Douglas County takes aim at a problem facing counties all across Colorado. Sky-high housing costs combined with low pay chasing away some teachers.
So tonight the county rolled out a plan for affordable housing that could help with recruiting and retention. The school district there suffered a major setback last fall when voters rejected a funding measure that would have increased teacher pay. The superintendent has said the teachers in her district make as much as $18,000 less per year than in some neighboring districts. To bridge the gap, it's been offering incentives like stipends and student reimbursement, but those things won't pay the rent or the mortgage. So this new idea could be an important step. Alan Janae is at the proposed site for this housing project. Alan, you got to look at the plan. Tell us more.
Well, Jim, you know, this may be one way to create some teacher housing that teachers on lower salaries might be able to afford. Developer Shea Properties came to the district saying, let's take a look at that land along East Main Street, east of Ridgegate Parkway here, that was originally planned for the future development of a school, but turned out to be too small. But they're thinking maybe this land can help education in another way. It's an open and rolling field now, a place where Kyle Smart keeps his bird dog busy going after a decoy.
There has to be incentive for people to want to teach, you know. It's a hard job. It seems like it's getting harder.
Harder to run out and find something nearly impossible to locate, attainable housing.
If they can't increase salaries, it's good that they're trying to do something.
That something would be built on this piece of land, about 7 acres worth of rental housing. At a school board work session, Superintendent Erin Kane laid out the financial problem.
Our starting teacher salary, as you know, is $43,680. There is nowhere in Douglas County that someone who makes $43,680 can live.
Board of Education President Mike Peterson sees what's happening.
We have teachers that are living in Douglas County and commuting north for that compensation gap. We see it in the exit surveys.
Voters turned down a mill levy increase in November that would have meant a raise for teachers.
For our community, everything about this conversation is simply wrong. It's embarrassing.
This idea would mean turning over this land owned by the county at a market rate to the developer, then using low-income tax credits and county bonds to fund construction. The board seems to be liking it a lot.
Your question was, is this worthy to continue to explore? I said, absolutely.
Out-of-the-box thinking, Kyle Smart seems to like too.
So to subsidize a salary that they apparently can't change, you got to do something.
Of course, it's not so simple. There are problems potentially to think about. Housing built with tax credit money is restricted by income level, not by profession. So they'd have to get permission to restrict it to educators only. And then there are the other questions about what happens as educators put in a few years, make more money. Do they exceed those income levels? What happens then? And what happens with people who move on to other employment, other districts? Do they get booted out? A lot yet to figure, but they're thinking about it. In Douglas County, I'm Alan Janae covering Colorado First.